I have heard Flower share that Christ, before every big spiritual event, immersed himself in nature to get that unification with God, to bring it to that experience, like the Beatitudes and the Sermon on the Mount. For us, as we enter nature, our five senses become a light to the physical things that we are seeing and hearing and perhaps smelling. But the more frequent we go into that nature experience, it starts working on that intuitive side to see beyond even those wonderful, exciting experiences, to open that sixth sense and feel the angels, the devas, and our guardians perhaps trying to get a thought to you. Recently, I was in Germany, standing by this lake, which is near a town called Saalfeld, but out in the middle of really nowhere in Germany. And early one morning, I walked to this shore where I was greeted by only birds, a little bit of fish, but the peaceful sounds of nature. And I asked a question in reflection. I was dealing with some anxiety and just a lot of different thoughts that were plaguing me. So I just asked the question, not even expecting an answer, but answers began to come. And I had to realize my mind wanted to filter those, kind of sift through them, and I just let it come and receive. And as I did this, I realized that nature provided this beautiful frame or spiritual setting for my vehicle to attune to its higher self. It cleared some cobwebs, in a sense, maybe too mental in the planning or whatever the case. So I invite you to always remember to ask questions, either when you're going out into nature or experiencing, and see what comes. I don't find God very helpful when I will an answer. So you don't want to come with too many attachments, because usually my lesson is to get my will out of the way, and you don't want that test. But the beautiful thing is that when you do get yourself out of the way, treasures of God are all around us. It might be in a heart-shaped rock that I found one time when I was pondering another question to remind me of love. Or it can be an insight. Or it can be just an uplift and a release of whatever anxiety I was feeling. I found that experience, I was buoyed. And we were making our way towards Germany, and a little history lesson. I was going with my family deep into East Germany now. So 2 days later, we found ourselves passing Dresden, if you know that big city, and heading about an hour and a half, continuing till we got to really the Czech Republic border, into a little town known as Sebnitz. And it's right next to a national park entitled Saxony, Switzerland National Park, deep in East Germany. I never heard of that park before. And this particular bridge they're looking out for, there was a fort, there's beautiful rock outcroppings where a fortress of old had been built at one time, and all that's left standing is this beautiful bridge that bridges all these rock formations. It's a lovely place. It is a heavily visited site because of social media and a selfie spot. So a lot of bloggers will blog the Bastei Bridge. And so we knew that we were going to be in for some crowds, and it was also supposed to rain this day. So this is the way God works. So if you're just kind of relaxed in that, because it was our only day, so we couldn't put it off another day, we were like, well, let's just see what happens. We actually, Bryce, Danielle, and I woke up a little earlier than usual. Not much, but a little earlier. So there was the first little guidance that we got. We quickly and smoothly went on our way. About 30 minutes later, we found ourselves here, and not another person in sight. This is about 8:30 in the morning. It wasn't particularly early, but not a single person. For 20 minutes, the three of us got our own selfies, but more importantly, experienced the holiness of God in this very special place without any distractions of others. It was an amazing gift, I felt like, that we received that day exploring this wonderful beauty of Germany.